a video on making butter. So it's quite simple to make butter. I've done it before. There's a video. You might have watched it. Not many people watch my videos. And it's just what you simply do is you whip up some double cream, so heavy cream. I assume this is what heavy cream is when people refer to a heavy cream, but we call it double cream, which just means it's got a higher fat content than single cream. So single cream is what we use for pouring over desserts, and double cream is what you use for whipping up and boiling into sauces, that type of thing. So you simply whip it up, and then what happens? And then you over whip it. So carry on whipping it, and all the fat solids start clumping together, and it forms butter. It's pretty straightforward. I've done it before with the spare cream that I had, and it was a kind of an interesting thing to kind of see if we could make butter cheaper than we can buy it. So yeah, butter's gone up in price. It's I mean, £1.90, £2 a pack, depending on which butter you're buying. I managed to get some cheaper today. That's a side thought. So it probably is cheaper to make your own butter now, depending on what price you can get your cream for. I can't remember what the yield was of butter for weight of cream. I'm waffling, aren't I? So, but anyway, so I've made another video, and it was showing how to bulk out. If you didn't have, if you couldn't get yourself enough whipping cream or double cream, what you can do is you can bulk it out with some single cream. And what you have to do first is you have to whip the double cream, and then you add the single cream into it, and then that allows you to whip it up, because you can't whip single, like thinner cream. It doesn't want to hold the air whips into it, and it doesn't want to hold the air. It wants to like just go a bit foamy. So what you can do is you can take half double cream, whip it up, add the same amount of single cream again, and then you can whip it up. It doesn't become as firm, but if you're in a bit of a tight spot and you're in the supermarket or you're somewhere and you can't buy enough double cream for your trifle on Christmas Day or any other time of year, and there's some single cream, what you can do is you can use single cream to make it out. It makes it a lighter cream as well. It's kind of quite nice. But anyway, so eventually we get to the purpose of this video. So I was kind of thinking we can't make butter out of single cream. It's very well. I've tried. It didn't work. It just doesn't want to whip up, and the fat doesn't want to come out of it. But I was thinking, well, if we can whip up the double cream, if we can whip up single cream using some double cream, can we actually add some single cream to some already whipped up double cream, whip it up, and then carry on whipping it, and actually create butter that way? And what kind of yield will we get? So it might work, and then we'll kind of see what kind of happens. So I've already pre-whipped up the double cream. It's 300 millilitres of double cream, and it's going to be 300 millilitres of single cream. It takes a little bit of time for it to whip up, so I'm going to do the video in kind of like real time, and then we'll make it and we'll see what happens. There's a bit of cream left in those, so what we'll do is we'll tip it up somewhere, and we'll pour one into the other, and then we'll add that at the very end, because we don't like waste. And if this fails, I'll simply put it in the soup tomorrow. Anyway, so we'll whip it up and see what happens. So, as you can see now, we'll pull those bits of cream in from the containers. As you can see now, the cream has whipped up enough that we could put it on top of something like a trifle, or sit it on the side of the dish. Just get a spoon, and you can see that it has whipped up thick enough to use. So there you go. So that's the first part of the video. I did make a video on this already. So that works to whip up cream. Now, if we carry on whipping it, will it turn into butter? So let's find out. So it's got thicker. It's got thicker. That's a lot thicker than it was. So fingers crossed this is going to work. If this won't whip it enough, we'll put it in the food processor. But I don't want to get the food processor out and make more washing up than usual. It was a risk type of thing. I weighed up how much washing up was going to be created here, as opposed to getting out the food processor. But anyway, I'm waffling again. Anyway, so carry on whipping. Something's happening there. So it's not even over whipping. So maybe it is a little bit. Maybe it is a little bit. Let's get it in the food processor. Let's get it in the food processor and let's see what happens. I'll have to move the camera and faff around. But let's get it in the food processor and see if that makes a difference. That's a rubbish way to clean the blades. So let's just have a poke around the bottom. Dirty another spoon. Well, that's kind of quite interesting. It doesn't want to over whip. I mean, it's getting to the stage of almost over whipped, but I don't know. Yeah, so it's kind of going a little bit grainy. So I don't know if that's gonna. It might work. Might work. It might be a case of having to use a higher amount of double cream in it. So maybe 2/3 double cream to 1/3 single cream. But look, we'll get in the food processor. I'll move the camera and the lights and things, and then we'll have a go at that. Although that might be after I go and come back from swimming, because it's almost swimming time. But anyway, so we'll be back. Right, I suppose you really should have put the camera a little bit further up. But anyway, so cream's in the food processor. I'm sure I plugged it in. Yes, and it's on, so let's give it a whip and let's see what happens. So, something's happening. We have butter. There we go. We have butter. So let's give it a bit more of a whip, and then we'll see what happens. Don't think anything else is going to happen to that. So when it's not going to start clumping together like it does with when you make it with double cream. But that is that butter. Yeah, that's butter. All right, that's butter. Right. So I want to. Obviously, I've lost a little bit of butter as we've transferred it from for different containers. So let's get that out of the way. But I don't want to taste it now. I want to be able to get an accurate amount of weight of what butter we've kind of got. So with that, and we need that, and we'll use a small dish. I'm forever making washing up with big dishes. So the butter should have clumped enough that the sieve catches it. We might need to work it a little bit, but we certainly formed butter. I don't know what I'm going to do. What am I going to do with this? Oh, I've got a project. So the butter's not going to go to waste. I've got a project I want to do. Right, trying to make a mess, get it all over my hands, and then we'll get some kind of idea of what yield we've got. So it's about 600 millilitres of cream, so it's 300 millilitres of each type of cream. I was thinking, while I was swimming, I was thinking that if this hadn't worked, there was potentially another way to do this, which I might still try. I'll get much more out of that. I'm going to need to. So that's that. Yeah, so there's still a bit of buttermilk in there. So I'm going to have to move that about a bit. Use hands. Oh, that's coming together now. Apart from the seed's got some bits in it, not to worry. Yeah, I'm going to use this in a cake, I think. Done another video about using butter alternatives in cakes. So, but there you go. That, you see, I've made a mess of my hands now. I need the. Where's my? There. That's clean enough. Dripping buttermilk everywhere. So, a rough estimate on how much we've made. So the butter probably cost me about £2. So, and we've got 260 grams worth of butter. There'll probably be a little bit more buttermilk to come out of that. But say we've got 250 grams, butter's costing about £2.50 a pack. So we've managed to get 250 grams worth of butter for about £2, which is what butter's selling for at the moment. So if you can find cream cheaper, there we go, that works. So we can get butter from a single pouring cream. We just have to whip it into a double cream. I don't think that you would be able to add, and I'm not going to use the experiment, I don't think you'd be able to, I don't think you can pour the double cream and the single cream in a liquid form into something and then whip it that way. I think you really do have to whip up the double cream first and then whip in the single cream into it, and that's how you kind of form the butter. I don't think you can do it any other way, but it works. It works. Which I did do an experiment trying to make butter from an ultra heat treated single cream a few months back. There's a few videos of what I did with this, all this stuff that I picked up kind of quite cheap. So potentially if I can find that again cheap, we'll have another go at see if we can turn in the UHT single cream into butter in the same method. But that works. I don't know what use it is. I don't know what use. In the description, I'll work out the how much butter I got from just the double cream by itself in the other recipe that I found. I'll find the other video and I'll work out what kind of ratio, so that in the description you'll be able to see like a comparison. But there we go. We can get single cream and turn it into butter. It's a little bit of work. I don't know what use that is. I don't know what kind of use. I don't know why I did it. I was curious. But there's got to be some kind of practical application for that. But anyway, there you go. And we're left with the. It just tastes like milk. It just tastes like a bit more like a creamy milk. But anyway, so I'm a bit of a mess. But a success. As I say, I don't know what kind of use this little experiment is to anyone. I don't know what kind of use it is to me. But I always kind of think if I have questions in life, I want them answering. And I suppose if you had, it's coming up to Christmas, so if you have a load of single cream left over and you don't know what to do with it, I mean, you kind of go for that stage of having things in at Christmas and having leftovers, and you get to that stage where you've just eaten too much and you don't kind of want to waste things. Cream's very difficult to freeze, it doesn't really kind of do anything, so you can turn it into butter. So what does it taste like? I never tasted it, did I? Tastes like butter. There we go, a success.